Now get out there and get your lures wet. Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. It's Bassmaster Classic Week here on Ray Roberts up here in North Texas. And man, it is a stiff wind. It's been windy all these days, and today, straight out of the north, ooh, that bite. Just doing a little fishing out here, so thanks for hanging out with me. My name's Alan, and I'm usually out fishing doing something, so I appreciate all the support. The channel's growing, so let's see if we can catch them. Once again, thanks for hanging out with me. My name's Alan, and we're gonna see if we can pull some in on this crazy weather day, just using my typical setups, and gonna have some fun. All right, boys, we're hooked up in these windy conditions here at Ray Roberts. Boy, this fish is digging. Let's see if we can get her in here. Just came up and whacked it. Let's go, let's go. There we go. All right, guys, here we go. This big fish right here, looking into the sunlight. Hopefully you can see her. Just came up and crushed it. Let's let her go. There she goes. Nose planted a little bit, but she'll be fine. All right, there's one just right in here in this little cove area. All right, guys, this is what I was using. I've got so many jigs now. It's hard to keep track of, but I've got it on one of these Berkley Stingers. Power bait Power Stingers. So, you know me, I've been testing all these different fins for trailers and such, and these work out pretty well. So that guy was lurking right there in the middle. I don't think it was a bed fish yet, but he just came up and just crushed that. I was just pitching it out there, bringing it through. I'm fishing this one on the Victory 12 and 12 braid de fluoro, and he was just chilling there. Bam! Just clocked it. So yeah, the winds have been howling in here in this part of the state, from the south, from the west. The thing is, I went down to Central Texas to try to catch some Guadalupe bass. Since we're on spring break, I was there for 2 days. All these different spots, didn't catch a single thing. Ooh, did you see all those little shad jump right there? Those little bait fish. I didn't catch a single thing. And then it's just been a wind tunnel. I feel bad for the pros coming out here trying to get tuned in for the classic, because it's been windy every day. Windy today. This time it's out of the north. So maybe it'll calm down. We still have some days before the actual tournament, but that's how it is in Texas. March is real windy. April can be real windy. Anyway, we'll keep throwing here, see if we can add some to this total. Just kind of walking the bank. You can see a bunch of dead shad right here. Minnows. I don't know if people use those or if those are ones that have washed up. So with this, I swim it, then I'll kill it, just let it sit there. Then I'll swim it. There is some cabbage down there, but just kind of pop it through. The thing is, guys, there's no doubt about it, that fish was a 3-pounder easy, but I had to get it back into the water. So I didn't measure it. I don't like to have them out when it's windy like this, if that makes sense. switched to one of my modified MEPs with Lake Fork Magic Shad on the back of it, just to change it up. I've been seeing a ton of little bait fish flickering back there, and this thing looks really good. So we're gonna bomb this around. I keep seeing blowouts back here. I don't know if they're catfish or decent sized bass. There's also gar in here. So we're gonna try and see if we can coax some bites with this little guy. The great thing about an inline spinner is you can fish it up in the water column. You can fish it down in the water column. And even on the surface. So when I get to those hard patches over there where I see there could be some snagging, I just bring it up to the surface. All right, guys, that's it for this spot. We're gonna go try another spot because, man, it is getting worse. I'm kind of protected a little more here, but I've been testing different things, nothing else biting. So we're gonna go scope out another area and hopefully we'll get something. If not, then I'll talk to you later. All right, guys, we made it to our spot here. You can see I've never seen the wind whipping off of this little buffalo hole this much. So we're gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna be testing this Great Lakes Finesse Ned Bug, and one of their little Ned heads got a little short shank on it, which is gonna eliminate some of the chaos of snagging up. But we're just gonna pitch it around and hopefully get something. I'm gonna start over here to the left and start working this way. I just gotta remember there's that snag, that doom snag, which is right in there. I thought about just getting in there and pulling that whole thing out, but I don't know if I'm strong enough to do that. So I got my usual setup, my 12 and 12. We're just gonna pitch around. The bass are probably on beds already. Grass is starting to green up a little. The cabbage is starting to come back because I can feel it. We'll walk around that other side over there and look around too. Yeah, the grass is definitely starting to come up. So I'm not using any kind of a weed guard on this. Dan was talking about how it just, when you have a weed guard, it can really affect the movement of the fish or the lure. I didn't even think about that. How it can affect how good it looks. The action is what I'm looking for, the word. So that does make a lot of sense. I just got to be careful where I'm pitching into here. All around days ago, you saw me pop one right over there by that log where that turtle is. Bomb this in there around, nothing doing. Work this little shoreline, work that shoreline. Hadn't been able to get any takers on this little Ned bug. Man, this thing casts like a dream in the wind. In and with the wind at your back, but mostly in the wind. When I was down there fishing this way, I didn't have really any trouble getting it out. Looks good in the water. It is like a little bug. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for me for today. I know it was a short video. Crazy wind, crazy weather. Hope you guys are getting some fishing in. I know my buddies up north are excited because there's starting to be some open water. That is awesome. Here, if we could just get out of the wind. It's always that way in March and April. I don't see much dust in the sky today, but I mean, it's around. All right, guys, pardon the wind here. So this is that Randall Tharp shad spawn. Little swim jig here with a Berkley Power Stinger on the back of it. I trimmed the skirt down just past the hook. It's got a nice weed guard on there, and so I caught that nice bass on just swimming it through. If you never picked one of these jigs up, pick it up. They got a bunch of colors. It's absolutely phenomenal, and I like having these stingers on here as a trailer because look at that tail. It's got that nice action. It's got that power bait stink to it. So I think in the video I might have called it the CJ Flip. That's my other one. I've got another white one that I have the same setup on, and I use that one quite a bit too. But this one's from Randall Tharp. Go check out his stuff. As always, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and until next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye. Now get out there and get your lures wet.